Well, hello and welcome from the Celebrity Infinity in a very sunny south of France. Let's take a tour of the ship, this 25-year-old ship. Has it been cared for, or is it tired and worn out? Let's go. Hello again from our cabin 2012, ocean view, quite low down, but it's been very quiet though. But I'm not going to start the tour here, I'm going to start it upstairs because it's nice and sunny. Let's go. That's where we're going. Rooftop terrace sports deck. The lift's only got to deck 11. To get to deck 12 you have to walk up the stairs. Before I start, just look at this weather. We're currently in port at Villefranche, south of France, near Monaco. Well, I'm here at the back of the ship at the rooftop terrace, comfortable area where they play films, and one's just started. I think it's a Jurassic Park one. Anyway, we'll move on quite quickly because it's quite loud, copyright music and stuff like that, so let's continue. I don't know if you can see, but looking down is the sunset bar, and we'll be getting to that a bit later. Well, just up from the back of the ship, on the rooftop terrace, you get to the sports court there. You can do basketball and all the stuff like that, pickleball. And we're still at the back, deck 12. Now moving on, because we have to go down to deck 11. I've got in the shade. I'm coming back. Here I am. So now we go down the steps to deck 11. And we'll go forward and up again to deck 12 at the front. So this is deck 11. And you can see the running track. And we're looking down to the pool. As you can see, there are plenty of sun lounges. I know it's a port day, but even on sea days, you can still get a seat. And the pool, again, we've been in the hot tub a few times. Never that packed. But anyway, there's a bar up here. It's the mast bar. So I walk to the front of the ship, going up the steps again, so I'm going back up to deck 12. And this area is another quiet area with plenty of sun lounges. And unlike some of the newer ships, you can look out the front. I know on the newer ships this area is all given way to the retreat guests and upper class guests, but this area is open to the riffraff. So that's the roof of the solarium. Back down to deck 11. Actually, before I grab a drink in the mast bar, at the front on deck 11 you can go through to one of the entertainment venues, the Constellation Lounge. This is where they've had a lot of the quizzes, game shows and bands and things like that. And it's another place to relax with really good views. You can relax here looking out to sea. It's quite a nice venue, and the staff have been really good up here as well. The drinks have been coming, or I should say the drinks have been flowing. They also have a games area over there and crosswords and stuff like that. So you can see the band set up. So the Constellation Lounge. But what I think I'll do now is go back out to deck 11, grab that drink. By the way, you only can get to this bar, if you want the elevator or the lift, you only can get to it from the front lifts. We haven't got kids, and there aren't many kids on board, but if you are interested, deck 11, camp at sea, that's the kids club area I think, over there. So there's the mast bar, but I think I'll finish the tour first before I have a drink. Be professional. So I'm walking down now to deck 10, and this is the main pool and hot tubs. Deck 10. And it's also got a pool bar here. These hot tubs have been warm. The pool hasn't, but the hot tubs have been very warm. Anyway, let's continue. As we walk past the pool to the back of the ship again, we're going to come across the buffet, the Ocean View Café. That was just a brief look. They've got fresh pasta, salads, Indian, Mexican, roast. This is the fresh pasta station there. And it goes all the way around. At the back here, they've got the grill, burgers and stuff. And the Ocean View Cafe leads out to the Sunset Bar. So this is the Sunset Bar. And you can walk up to the rooftop terrace there. That's where we started. Well, that's deck 10. We've done the pool, the buffet, the Ocean View Cafe, and the Sunset Bar, which is here. If we head to the front of the ship on deck 10, that's where you can find the gym and the spa. We can get rid of all the extra calories you've taken in this area, in the buffet and the bars. Let's go. Well, I've just popped back up to deck 11 because I forgot something. In the middle of the ship, by these glass elevators, is one of the specialty dining restaurants, Le Petit Chef, which is just in there. So on deck 11, middle of the ship, one of the specialty dining restaurants, Le Petit Chef. And you can access it by this elevator, this glass one, which is on the port side, the left-hand side. Anyway, continue. Back down to deck 10, forward to the gym and the spa. Let's go. So I'm walking back past the pool bar, hi, and we go into the solarium. They do have some healthy options for food here as well, and juices and stuff. It's called the Spa Cafe. And the solarium, if it's too cold outside, you can come in here. And again, very warm in the hot tub. And the pool is salty. So at the front then, we go into the spa and the gym. And I'll just show it from a distance in case anybody's in there. I'll have a quick look. No, it's quiet, so I can go in. There's a lot of music playing, so I'll be quick. It's a good space because it's at the front of the ship. So all the machines here are overlooking the sea. So if you are interested, this is the gym. Comment below if you come to the gym on your holiday. So from 9876, they're mainly staterooms. But we'll pop in to see workstations on 9, library on 8. Don't worry, I won't spend too much time in the library. I want to see the bars and the restaurants, the theatre, all the fun places. So these are the workstations on deck 9. There are some more out there. And if you go down these stairs, you get to the library on deck 8. Okay, that's where we are now. Rooms, deck 5, restaurants, cafes and bars. This is the fun stuff. This is what we want. And getting back to the original question, this ship is 25 years old. Does it feel like it? And I would say definitely not. Anyway, down to deck 5. We'll take the stairs, get some exercise. The ship is quite simply laid out. There's elevators by the stairs at the front, middle and back. So I'm now on deck 5 in the middle of the ship. Looking down, you can see the centre. Here you've got Café Bacio. Café Bacio waiter, very friendly. And then over here you've got ice cream, gelato. So I'll leave the ice cream for now. And we get to the Emporium, the shops. As we're in port, all the shops will be closed, but they've got the jewellery there. Again, music is playing quite loudly around the ship. It's not a noisy ship, but because there's no one here, you can really hear the music. So jewellery, celebrity merch there. A nice sailor hat I can see. And this is the future cruise area by the shops, where you can book your next celebrity cruise. You know what it's like, don't you? Watches, jewellery, perfumes, and booze. So those are the shops at the front on deck 5. And if we continue walking through the shops, I think you come to the top of the theatre, the top level of the theatre. So deck 5 at the front, the celebrity theatre, and this is the top balcony. So we started looking around deck 5 in the middle of the ship by Café Bacio. I came forward through the shops to the celebrity theatre here. Then we'll go back to Café Bacio and walk towards the back of the ship. Okay, let's go back to Café Bacio on deck 5. So past Café Bacio again. So after going from Café Bacio towards the back of the ship, there's Cellar Masters, which is like a wine bar, and this has been very quiet. Well, on the port side, the left-hand side of Cellar Masters on deck 5 is Sushi on 5. Yes, a sushi restaurant, which is an upcharge. Sushi on 5 here. What do you think of the look of the ship? Do you think it looks 25 years old? Even the condition is in good nick. Just the wear and tear, I can't see any, to be honest. Well, this is the Trellis restaurant at the back of the ship. This is on deck 5, and anytime dining is the downstairs on deck 4 at the back. As it's between service, let's go and have a quick look. What I think I'll do now is walk down to deck 4, down the steps here. So this is the restaurant we've been eating in. You can specify a table for 2. You may have to wait, but the longest we waited was 15 minutes, or you can share a table. Like I said, you can choose to share or have a table for 2. Just outside the Trellis restaurant on deck 4 is another bar, the Rendezvous Lounge. Again, they have karaoke, lounge singers, a band. This bar has been popular because it's next to the dining room. People have drinks before the meal, or if they're waiting for a table. And like I said, they do have entertainment. Also on deck 4, they do have a bit of a promenade. It doesn't go all the way around the ship, but it's just on both sides, up and down. Anyway, let's go back in to deck 4. So in the middle of the ship, deck 4 is the Martini Bar, there, which opens at 4. From the Martini Bar, in the middle of the ship, we enter the casino. And we're in port, so it's quiet, so I can film. They do have a bar in here as well, and this is where they show the football and stuff like that. And if you're wondering, yes, it is no smoking. And we've played here a couple of nights and lost our money. So it hasn't been particularly lucky for us, this casino. So we're walking through now, more machines, and we get to the theatre on deck 4, which is the stalls area. I can't show you the theatre because I think they're rehearsing at the moment. The doors are closed. But what I will do, Mel may have recorded some of the shows on her phone. I'll stick those in. Well, that's where we are now, down to deck 3. For this, at the front, it's staterooms. You have to walk along there to the middle of the ship to get to the reception, guest relations, and the Tuscan grill. Well, here we are in the main foyer. Just up the stairs is the martini bar, and up one again, that's Café Bacio. I'm getting tired doing this. I really need my drink now. So guest relations, shore excursions, and the concierge, all on level 3 in the middle of the ship. Towards the back of the ship on level 3 is the conference centre. They got conference rooms down there. We had a Facebook group meet up there on the first day because there was activities in the main bars. Oh, I forgot! One of the main reasons I came here, the Tuscan grill, Italian steakhouse. That's an upcharge. It's a specialty dining room there. We went, it was nice. There, Tuscan grill, deck 3, just off the main foyer. So after the Tuscan grill, I'm back on deck 11 to grab that drink. Below deck 3, there's only deck 2, which is staterooms, and deck 1, the medical centre. And you don't really want to see that, do you? No. So I'm going to grab the drink in the Mars bar here. Cheers. That's it. Bye.